7. Instructing. You can begin preparing administrations through your blog. By doing this, you can bring in cash by setting up and charging for different web-based courses or training bundles. You, first and foremost, make independent educating materials. For this reason, you can give recordings or downloadable digital books. Besides, you can teach your understudies to continue at their own speed. As they continue through your course, you can chip away at their advantage in different points to cover. Be that as it may, fostering an internet-based educational plan could call for investment in assets. Thusly, you'll have to snatch the commitment of your course taker to make it. One more incredible way for bringing in cash online is to offer live recordings of training and get compensated for your work. In addition, you can offer courses in light of online interest or on-request training. Additionally, you can incorporate chances to remain associated with your understudies through email or your blog itself. 8. Send off a web-based course. Do you have any idea how to change over your reading material into a video design? Is it true or not that you are knowledgeable about adding the agenda, making downloadable layouts, and 1 to 2 hour video courses? In the event that indeed, this technique is most certainly for you. In the event that no, they aren't exactly difficult to advance, all things considered. Because of innovation, sending off an internet-based course is simple for everybody. Besides, in the event that y.learn-WordPress. New Kajabi. Workable. These stages could assist you with making and sell your web-based course without any problem. 9. Offer counseling administration. This one is more suitable for any kind of blog that as of now has a laid-out crowd base. You will assist brands with arriving at their main interest group by running different lobbies for them. For this, you will be doing a brand-coordinated effort, running online courses, offer paid advertisements, making recordings. In this manner, at whatever point you see an expanded number of websites doing it with different brands, watch out for them. The explanation is this kind of counseling is now becoming quite possibly of the most blazing way you can adapt your blog. 10. Offer administrations in light of your abilities. There are amazing chances to offer administrations in view of your abilities. Along these lines, you can offer different administrations relying upon what you are great at. For instance, you can offer content composition, editing, information examination, logo creation, search engine optimization. Offering these administrations will engage you to make something significant. Furthermore, it additionally gives you more regions to investigate, which will assist you with improving your abilities. Sending off your own expertise-based administrations is quite simple, truth be told. To know how to bring in cash online for nothing, this can be a decent way for you. First and foremost, you want to make a page on your blog. Besides, make a rundown of the administrations you will offer. From that point onward, guarantee the ideal spot for the connection to that particular page. Additionally, ensure that the connection gets unmistakable space for most extreme perceivability. Thirdly, make it simpler for your crowd to reach you so they can additionally inquire about your contributions. By managing a couple of clients, you will acquire adequate plans to streamline the business cycle of your administrations and computerize a few things like installment and follow-up without any problem. 11. Memberships. Does your blog have a functioning local area? Might it be said that they are anxious to find out about your subject? All things considered, the membership model, or a paid participation, is an effective method for bringing in cash on the web. Perusers normally pay a decent sum consistently for buying into you month to month or every year. Thus, you will gather an enrollment charge from every peruser, and you can deliver repeating pay along these lines. Additionally, this sort of non-stop income will make you more steady in making cash. In return, you bring to the table for the accompanying to your supporters or individuals: premium substance, an internet-based local area, different learning assets, vital recordings, instruments and administrations according to request. Nonetheless, you might blend and match these relying upon what suits your blog the best. you can dominate one blog adaptation procedure. Then again, you might consolidate quite a few income streams to find what turns out best for your blog. In the event that you're keen on studying how to bring in cash on the web, investigate the Contributing to a Blog Abilities instructional class. At last, the referenced ways are a few choices, and you found out about each sort of how to bring in cash on the web. How to begin publishing content to a blog. Bit-by-bit directions. Since you have figured out how to bring in cash online with writing for a blog, you will currently know how to bring in cash online for novices. For doing this, a novice can begin a blog and enter the universe of publishing content to a blog. To figure out how to begin a blog and bring in cash, the following are 8 stages that you want to follow for making the blog of your fantasies. Stage 1. Pick your specialty. To begin a blog and interface with crowds, you need to choose the ideal specialty for your blog. In Sync 1, you need to consider 2 things for doing this. In the first place, try to pick a specialty that you are the most keen on. For this, contemplate the subjects that you're enthusiastic about. Furthermore, you need to guarantee that your specialty has sufficient crowd interest and themes. As such, enough individuals ought to be keen on your chosen region. Along these lines, you will actually want to follow your energy, track down your crowd, bring in sufficient cash, and partake in the excursion of writing for a blog. At last, after you select a specialty, you should approve it. Presently, you'll get a 3-step equation to affirm your specialty's prosperity. These are the means of the cycle. Check your proposed specialty size. Investigate who are your rivals. Dissect the capability of bringing in cash from the specialty. This 3-step cycle will assist you with finding out about your chosen specialty size, rivalry, and chances of adaptation. On the off chance that you're uncertain how to do this, you can advance more from the Writing for a Blog Abilities Preparing Endorsement course exhaustively. Stage 2. Pick a Writing for a Blog stage. In Sync 2, you'll have to take a gander at the accessible Writing for a Blog stages out there, and decide the sort of blog, the board programming that you will utilize. At the point when you are considering writing for a blog locales, you have a couple of choices. Nonetheless, WordPress programming is by a wide margin the most well-known innovation. We should examine the 2 sorts of arrangements. A. Self-facilitated blog. If you have any desire to go for a self-facilitated blog arrangement, you don't have adequate options. Additionally, it is called Content Administration Framework, CMS. These self-facilitated stages permit you to set up your blog. It utilizes your own area and web facilitating for running it. In particular, you're completely accountable for your blog and its items. Besides, it will cost a little for the web space each month and somewhat more each year for a space. Be that as it may, the fundamental writing for a blog programming is free. A. Self-facilitated blog. If you have any desire to go for a self-facilitated blog arrangement, you don't have adequate options. Likewise, it is called Content Administration Framework, CMS. These self-facilitated stages permit you to set up your blog. It utilizes your own area and web facilitating for running it. Above all, you're completely responsible for your blog and its items. Besides, it will cost a little for the web space each month and somewhat more each year for an area. Notwithstanding, the fundamental publishing content to a blog programming is free. In this kind, the most well-known is the open-source framework WordPress.org, which you can for nothing. Along these lines, on the off chance that you need to plan to run promotions, deal with your blog, sell items and administrations, then this can be the most effective way to go. B. Facilitated blog. For fledglings, it's truly charming to begin a blog utilizing free facilitated stages. These sorts of stages are Blogger.com, Tumblr.com. In any case, you want to grasp that free consistently accompanies a few restrictions. Stage 3. Get a space name for your blog. The following stage is getting a space name for your blog. Regardless of what specialty you pick, your space name will be the one by which you will make your web-based presence. Thereafter, clients who realize your URL will essentially type it into their program's location bar. Notwithstanding, the remainder of your crowd will actually want to find you through Google or Bing. Thusly, you certainly need to track down a novel name for your blog. You can utilize the most utilized website as your space name. Likewise, you can utilize a few different expansions. For instance, Spotnet or Dab blog and so on. At last, the space name will be yours the same length as you keep paying the yearly expense for it. Stage 4. Select an Internet facilitating record. In the wake of picking a space name, the subsequent stage is to choose a dependable facilitating administration. Most facilitating organizations will offer you a free space for the main year when you buy their administrations. Stage 4 is fundamental, as the usefulness and execution of your web page will rely upon your blog facilitating generally. The host is significant on the grounds that it guarantees that your blog is accessible every minute of every day to the crowd. It's the spot your reports are put away, essentially. At long last, remember that some unacceptable web hosts can make issues to run your blog. Subsequently, you ought to get a dependable supplier. Stage 5. Make and send off your record. In Sync 5, you should pursue your web facilitating account and introduce facilitating programming. You, first and foremost, should tap the Make Your Record button. Furthermore, enter a secret key and complete the record setup methodology. From that point forward, press the Login button and fill in the email or space name and secret key fields. There's nothing more to it. Your record is made and sent off. Go to the subsequent stage. Stage 6. Track down reasonable topic and plan your blog. Look matters. Thus, in this step, you need to chip away at your blog's appearance by redoing its plan and design. Inside the stage dashboard, you will see as the Appearance tab and the Subjects choice. There you will discover a few famous choices to represent your blog. While picking your subject, consider perusing the portrayal of subjects. Ensure that you read the portrayals of elements and usefulness. Reviewing the topic for finding out about its general look, design, and customization. Actually looking at the evaluations. Stage 7. Compose and distribute your blog content. Your system is finished, and you are prepared for content composition. Be that as it may, prior to beginning to compose, you should compose a blog entry first. While picking your topic, consider perusing the depiction of subjects. Ensure that you read the depictions of elements and usefulness. Seeing the topic for finding out about its general look, design, and customization. Really taking a look at the evaluations. Stage 7. Compose and distribute your blog content. Your structure is finished, and you are prepared for content composition. Notwithstanding, prior to beginning to compose, you should compose a blog entry first. For this reason, you might evaluate the substance composing and altering course. Before you distribute posts on your blog, guarantee that you fill in every one of the significant static pages with content. Your static pages will generally incorporate the About Us, Contact, and other essential data segments. From that point forward, compose your substance following the tips underneath. Work headings that stick out. Make a snare to catch the crowd's eye. Do what's necessary examination. Center around your motivation. Write in your one-of-a-kind voice. Alter and edit. Thus, these are the manners in which that will get you in a good position with blog composing. Stage 8. Streamline the blog content for search engine optimization. Site improvement, web optimization, is the procedure that site proprietors use to get additional traffic to their web journals from web indexes. Essentially, a large portion of the traffic for sites come from natural pursuit. Thusly, it is vital to ensure that you advance your blog for web crawlers. Notwithstanding, website design enhancement includes a few stunts and strategies. As a blogger, the prior you learn them, the better for you. To begin immediately, look at this course proficient confirmation in website optimization by Alpha Foundation. The simple systems that you'll gain from here could before long assist with carrying a dumbfounding surge of traffic to your site. Put additional consideration while doing catchphrase streamlining and adding search engine optimization meta labels on the entirety of your pages. Instructions to bring in cash on the web, the primary concern. Congrats! You've figured out how to bring in cash on the web. Likewise, you have figured out how to begin a blog in very some detail. Learn more ways of procuring on the web and be a fruitful blogger. To turn out to be more employable, you could procure an endorsement by finishing the Contributing to a Blog Abilities Preparing Declaration course. Alpha Institute hopes everything would turn great for you on your new excursion as an expert blogger. Ongoing posts. Step-by-step instructions to recognize the abilities you want for professional achievement. Finding the work starts here. Things to tidy up on your resume. Step-by-step instructions to record and save online classes for web-based learning and certificate projects. Distinction between help laborer and care right hand. Instructions to actually acculturate articles and stay away from counterfeiting. Why conventional computerized change approaches never again work. CapCut work area video proofreader versus other free video editors. What separates it? Making custom-made notice letters. Fundamental tips for clear correspondence. How does shrewd mechanization influence business? Planning understudies for a safe web-based entertainment experience.